Hi guys. My name is Wangari Wairure. I'm the founder and CEO of Mumsbykare. I'm here with Daktari. Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Angeline Mutindi, and I'm a consultant psychiatrist. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks a lot for creating time for us. As you all know, we are very passionate about postpartum depression. So that's why we invited the Daktari so that she can tell us more about it. So I don't know, we can start with what it is. What is postpartum depression?
Postpartum depression is depression whose onset is within a month after a mother gives birth, after delivery of a child. So within a month, they get symptoms of depression, and we can diagnose them with postpartum depression.
Okay.
Yes.
So I saw from the statistics like 1 in every 8 moms gets depressed.
Yes, and that is actually quite a high number, which is, it's good that we are having this conversation because at least we are able to enlighten more people so that when they recognize it in themselves or in others, they are able to get them helped.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I like what you said because even awareness, most people don't know even they're depressed. There's a time I used to do delivery myself for the company, and I walk into a mom's house and I just notice this mom is depressed, but I don't know what to do, and that's why I decided we can maybe start creating the awareness so that at least someone can know when they're depressed. So maybe what is there a difference between anxiety and baby blues, or is it one and the same thing with the depression?
The three are actually different. So postpartum blues is symptoms of depression, we would say, where a mom is teary, they're sad, they're feeling empty. But the difference between postpartum depression and postpartum blues is that postpartum blues resolve on their own. Within 2 weeks or just a little over that, the mother is okay. Yeah, but postpartum depression symptoms tend to last longer, and they are more serious and more crippling, so to say. Yeah.
So Daktari, I'd like to know if you have a postpartum, how does it present itself, or how can you recognize your friend or your partner has it? Yeah.
So there are several symptoms that you can look out for.
Yeah.
The first and most obvious one is someone who has depressed mood or low mood for most of the time, most of the days of the week. So this mom is teary, sad, most of the time. That is one of the symptoms. Another one would be lacking interest in things that previously would interest this person. And even lacking interest in the child, the baby they've just had. They don't seem to care about them so much. It's like they're in their own world. That's another way to recognize that is not normal. Also, a mother who has feelings of worthlessness, feeling like they are not deserving of anything good, or they even have inappropriate guilt. Could hear a mom saying something like, "I'm the reason the baby is crying," or blaming themselves, inappropriate guilt. It's another way. Another thing that would help you know that someone has postpartum depression after delivery is sleep changes, where they're sleeping extremely longer hours than before. Or the other way around, they don't get sleep at all. They're they have insomnia. They're staying up at night. They are unable to initiate sleep or maintain it. You could also know a mom has depression if you notice that they are having weight changes or their eating habits have changed. For example, if they are eating a lot more and they don't seem to care about what they are eating, it doesn't have to be nutritious, or they don't have appetite at all. So it could be either or both extremes. They have no appetite, they're not eating, they're not interested even in food. That's another way to know. Another way you can know is when a mom has poor concentration. They're not able to concentrate on one thing for a long time. They're easily distracted. Or if a mom is extremely restless, hawezi tulia.
They're on the move.
They're on the move. They're walking around. They can't seem to settle down.
Yeah,
that's another way you can know. And a very, very important one to look out for is a mom who starts talking about death.
Okay.
Talking about it a lot. As though they're having recurrent thoughts of it. Even talking of suicide, or telling you how they wish they could die, or they even have a plan. That is another symptom, and a very serious one.
So that's someone who's now on the extreme side of depression.
Someone who is now in a severe state.
Okay. I think I've learned a lot personally. I didn't know, especially the one for eating a lot. You might just think because you're breastfeeding, but it's good to know what to look out for. So maybe what are some of the risk factors that postpartum depression causes?
So there are several things that can make you vulnerable to postpartum depression. The fact that you stated 1 in 8 moms means that not every mom who gives birth is going to get depression. But for the ones who do, there are several things that may have made them vulnerable to getting it. And one of them is genetics. Sometimes mental illness, of which depression is an example, tends to run in families. So a mom whose mom has ever had postpartum depression, or a mom who has a sister who's had postpartum depression, is vulnerable to developing it themselves. Some personality types predispose you to depression. For example, someone who has OCD tendencies, they feel like they need to be in control. When you have a baby, you're not able to control everything, so that can actually adversely affect you and cause you to develop postpartum depression. Or a personality type where you're not resilient enough to handle some adverse events, can also predispose you to postpartum depression. Early childhood development, the environment of your early childhood, how it was,
how you were raised,
can also predispose you to depression later. If, for example, you didn't have enough parental love or affirmation, or you didn't have parental connection, your relationship with your parents, you didn't quite have one, that can predispose you. Another thing that can predispose you to postpartum depression is the event of labor and birth itself can be very stressful. Whether you give birth vaginally or through a cesarean section. For some different people respond differently to different stressors. So for a particular mom, it can be so stressful that it actually predisposes them to postpartum depression. Difficulty initiating breastfeeding is a stressor for most moms. Because you want to give your child the best naturally. So when you're not able to initiate breastfeeding, you don't have enough milk, or you're having difficulty, it becomes a stressor and predisposes you to depression. Other things are like lack of social support. A mother who is doing it all on their own.
By themselves.
You don't have spousal support or even family support. That can predispose you to depression, because as you go along, you'll realize that having support is very important for your mental well-being. And with childbirth, it's a new experience, a new baby. Dynamics of the family have changed. Your own body has changed. So that can predispose you to depression. Another thing would be financial instability. lack of money to support your child, that can really be stressful, because you, as you've said, you want to give your child the best, and if you're not able to provide their basic needs, then that can actually tip you over to postpartum depression. Although there are people who have everything, like I have a spouse who is very supportive, I have money, so money is not a stress. So they come and ask you, so what was the risk factor in me? So what I'd like to say is, sometimes those risk factors are not as overt or as obvious. Sometimes it's genetic, and that one is really nothing
you can do about it.
Okay. So you shouldn't feel bad. It's an illness just like any other. And it can be treated.
Okay. That's really nice. I think for me also, when I got my young one, I got depressed, but I think it's because of OCD. I want to have everything in order. As you said, it's almost impossible to have everything in order. But I'm glad I got the support I needed, and now I'm better. But I would hope many moms at least know it's there and get help, because you know, in our African society, it's a taboo to actually sometimes mention about you're not okay mentally. People will associate you with this, you're not okay, you're weak and all. You need to be strong, you're a mother, you're a woman, you should be handling it. So it's a good thing that we create awareness, and a mom understands it's sometimes even beyond her control. It's not anything she can have done to control it. So maybe on the same, what can some of the things a mom can do maybe to try and prevent, or if she's already in it, do to get out of it, to help her cope?
Ways to cope.
So
after you've recognized that you could be having postpartum depression, the next thing is to seek help. So you can either go to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or if you don't know where to start, when you go for your MCH clinics, because they are mother-child health clinics that you take your baby for vaccination, you can bring it up with the healthcare providers who are there, and they'll help you get help.
You mentioned about therapists. I saw, I think in Nairobi there are 100, and then in the counties, one therapist is supposed to see almost a population of 1 million. So anyone who's deciding to do something should maybe feature in that field. But at the same time, I'm glad that even in health centers, someone can get assistance.
You can get some degree of help. And if you need more help than can be offered, you can always get referred
to the necessary parties.
So the best thing is to seek help. Start where you are. And you can get help. Help is available.
So as we finalize now, what are some of the protective factors you can do so that you make sure you're okay as a mom?
So protective factors for depression, one of them is social support, like I mentioned. A mother who is well supported during this time where they've just had a baby is less likely to have severe forms of depression. Spousal support, when your partner is present and helping. Financial stability, you can plan your family such that you're getting your children when you desire them, and you're not getting surprised. Another protective factor is awareness, like what we are creating now, and education. When you are aware of something, then you sort of have power
and
control over it. So it will not take you down. So awareness is a very important protective factor.
Some things, I think, like genetics and having OCD, that's one, it's not much you can do.
Nothing much you can do.
So I think you can give us a closing remark and what you can advise mothers out there.
So something else I wanted to say is also other help that is available is we have lactation experts out there, especially for mothers who have difficulty breastfeeding. So that is a resource that can be helpful. My final remark would be that there is help is available, and the more we have these conversations, the more awareness we create, and we are able to debunk myths and get rid of stigma, and people are able to access help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the information shared. I think we've really given us a lot of information, and I hope a lot of moms will benefit from this. We will also have a lot of these conversations in the near future so that we can educate as many moms. As we've noticed, awareness is an issue. So thank you everyone who was here with us. Kindly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can always see any information we share. Thank you. Bye for now.